Well, it had been well flagged, and the credit rating agencies have lost most of their credibility anyway. But France's sacre bleu moment on Friday, when it lost its AAA rating, as well as the downgrading of 8 other countries, sent share markets around Asia and in Australia today backwards. The other thing is that talks between Greece and its lenders are getting nowhere at the moment, and there's growing talk of a messy default by Greece. So it was what they call a risk-off day on financial markets today. The All Ordinaries fell 1.1%, and the resources majors and the banks all went down about 1.5% each. Leighton got some buying after upgrading its profit forecasts, and QBE got back some of last week's heavy losses following its profit forecast downgrade. The Australian dollar is more or less steady today. It's down just a bit against the US dollar, but up against the euro, which was hit pretty hard by all those downgrades on Friday night. And there was a bit of news about the Australian economy today. Housing finance continues to improve, but job advertisements, as you've already heard, are falling for the first time since 2010. But according to a private inflation gauge, there's no problem with inflation at all. It's 2.4%. So the RBA can cut rates again to help keep employment moving. And on the subject of the domestic economy, tonight's charts are pretty enlightening. It's a matter of looking at per capita consumption and production as opposed to just the economy overall, which includes population growth. This chart shows per capita consumption of the main categories: food, hotels and restaurants, household stuff, clothing and shoes, and communications. Now, apart from clothing and footwear, they've been flat for at least 4 years. So each of us is not consuming more. And unsurprisingly, therefore, per capita GDP growth is much lower than the total growth rate, which has been inflated by strong population growth. And that's finance.